Hey everybody, Ryan McCaffrey back with you looking at some more of Wild West Online. Pre-alpha gameplay, this is a dev build of the game. The developers came by the IGN office to show off the game. So that is why there is no one in the game world. Do not think, hey, my goodness, this game looks super boring. It's because there's no one here to populate it yet. Here we're looking at the newspaper of the game, which they said they want to use, and we're going to look at the town as well. The newspaper mounted up on that board. It's going to have sort of game lore in it and in-game events in it. And if they said potentially if you earn enough kind of notoriety, you might be featured in there as either maybe a wanted poster or something else. So as we walk around, spawning stuff in and out here with the dev commands, he's going to walk over to the clothing store and show off some of the stuff that you can purchase in the clothing store. But as I started to talk about in the first video, if you missed that, that was about your reputation and just sort of an intro overview to the game. Here you can see that some of the early outfits. That you got a sheriff's badge on there, just impersonating a sheriff. So this led me is when the developer, whose name by the way is Stefan Bugaj, was giving me the demo here from the Wild West Online team. I asked him, well, can you become a sheriff? And he sort of wasn't quite sure yet. So you can definitely become a man of the law, but they're not yet sure if you'll be able to become an actual sheriff or just a deputy because, of course, you can only really have one sheriff per town, and if you have a bunch of players that want to be sheriffs, that creates a potential problem for trying to give everybody what they want. But there's a quick look at the clothing store. Now let's take a look at the rest of the camp. We're going to actually go over to the saloon. Not the rest of the camp, the rest of the town. So here in the saloon, my first question when he walked in, so you're buying a treasure map from this salesman, this guy in the bar, and then you'll go get some booze from the bartender as well. Now, the whiskey can heal you. It is a form of medicine, as we're about to find out, but as you would expect, you drink it, and like in some other games, there is a temporary price to pay for that. Your vision will be a bit blurry. You won't quite be yourself. You won't quite have full use of your faculties. You're gonna have to deal with. I wouldn't recommend being in combat with a bottle of whiskey in your belly. But I asked, hey, you walked into that saloon just with your gun out. Will you be able to holster your weapon? And and they did say yes, you will be able to holster your gun. And NPCs may react to that in one fashion or another. So we'll continue walking around the town a little bit here. He's just showing prone moves and it's just messing around with some of the dev commands. Just trying to get that booze out of the system so we can move on with the rest of the demo. But I was talking more with Stefan, and he says, I was kind of, what are the design goals with this game? And he gave me a quote. He said he wants Red Dead. Wow, that's Wild West Online to be, quote, a place for people to role play in the towns, prospect for gold, build a homestead. That they're trying to find that balance between the PvP players and the role playing / PvE type of stuff, such as resource gathering, exploration, building, etc. So there's a lot of good ideas in this game, and we're going to see some more of them in the subsequent couple of videos that we have, subsequent gameplay clips. But yeah, so we're definitely going to be keeping an eye on this game. So be sure to come right back. Check out the first video if you missed that, as well as we got 2 more for you here coming up. So for much more on Wild West Online, keep it tuned right here to IGN.